Hello students, it's your principal, Mr. Motal. I hope you all enjoyed your first full week here at Liberty Hill Junior High. I know I did. Two of my favorite things so far have been entering the building in the morning and saying hello to everyone, and you all saying good morning back. My second favorite thing has been students stopping to say hi to me with questions. They'll ask me a great question, something that they want to know about the school, something they want to know about me. A lot of them finish with a high five or a fist bump. My goal is to try to learn all of your names by the end of the year, but remember, there's only one of me and 720 of you all, so it's going to take some time. So please, when you stop and say hi, if I ask you your name, help me out so I can try to remember. Have you noticed we have a theme this year? Being a champion. We want all of our staff and our students to be champions in everything they do and have that champion mindset all the time. Every time you do something, whether it's small or grand, be thinking, what would a champion think? What would a champion do? How would a champion act? What would a champion say? Today we're going to take this mindset and we're going to put it into action. Throughout this video, there's going to be times where I ask you to pause and interact with students and teachers in the room. Please follow along and do this. First, we're going to start off with the class discussion. I want you to take about 20 seconds, and then teachers are going to randomly call on some people to share out. When I ask you to think of a champion, what do you think of? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Now pause the video, think for about 20 seconds, and the teacher's going to call on a few students for you to share out. What is it you think of first when I say think of a champion? Now pause the video. Great. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that beginning activity. When I asked you to think of a champion, let me share what I thought. My thought was Rocky, the boxer from the movies. I think about him fighting, winning the matches, going all over the place, having lots of success. But I also think about the times he failed, the times he got hurt, the times he was embarrassed. How many low moments he had in his life, but what did he do every time? He got up, he kept trying, because that's what champions do. They're never satisfied. They always want more. They're hungry to win. They always want to get better. Here at Liberty Hill Junior High, we want to be champions in learning. We want you to get better at learning every day. That's the whole point of school, right? Is to learn. If you knew everything, you wouldn't need to come here. Sometimes you'll fail. Sometimes you're going to make a mistake. But in learning, we always get back up and we try again. On the gold strip of paper that you're going to get here in just a minute, on one side I want you to write champions in learning, because that's what we're about here at Liberty Hill Junior High. We want to be champions in learning. On the other side, I want you to write your name and an example of how you're going to be a champion in learning here at Liberty Hill Junior High. For example, let me give you an example of what I would write if I was going to write about being a champion in learning as your principal. I'm going to write, I want to work with your teachers to make sure they have the time and the resources to be the best that they can. And I want us to stay focused on positive energy all year long, because I know that's important to you, the staff, and the parents. Now we're going to pause the video, pass out the gold strips. You're going to get a chance to think for a second. Remember, on one side you're going to write champions in learning. On the other side you're going to write your name and an example of how you're going to be a champion in learning this year here at Liberty Hill Junior High. Now pause the video, take some time to think, take some time to write, and the teacher's calling a few students to share out. All right, thanks so much. I can't wait to hear about all your championship attitudes as we go around the school. The next part of our motto that we have this year is champions in life. Going to be a champion in learning, and that's going to equal being a champion in life. I want you to focus on learning and getting better, so that way you can take those same skills and apply them to your life. Next, the teacher's going to pass out the purple strip of paper. On this side, on one side of the purple strip of paper, you're going to write champions in life. On the other side, you're going to write your name, and you're going to write an example of how you can be a champion in life. For example, how is I, your principal, going to be a champion in life? I'm going to make sure I find ways to keep educating parents, staff, and students on how we can support you guys as teenagers as you grow and you change and your bodies develop, your minds develop. We got to figure out ways to approach you all and have a great school. Also want to think about how I can get involved in the community, how I can get involved with you guys outside of school, so that way we can just continue to have a great school year for not only you all, but for your parents and for our teachers as well. So be thinking about it. How can you be a champion in learning? Some examples you might write down, or you might be more responsible. Turn your homework on time, not hang out with the wrong crowd. Those are all just a few examples that you could, but I want you to write something that's important for you. Now pause the video. Again, on one side, write champions in life. On the other side, write your name and an example of how you're going to be a champion in life. Now pause the video. Now that you have 2 strips of paper. What we're going to do is we're going to form these together, and we're going to make a huge purple and gold chain about how we're all going to be champions together, because the whole way that we're going to do this is we have to work together as a team. So you're going to take 1 strip of paper, you're going to fold it together, and then your teacher's going to help you come around and staple it. And then you're going to take the other strip of paper, loop it through, staple it, and so then you've got a chain of a purple and a gold, and that's your own chain. And then what we want to start doing is linking all the chains around your classroom together. So your classroom will have one long purple and gold chain of how you will be champions in learning and champions in life. When you've linked everybody's together, all the students plus the teacher, go ahead and have a responsible student bring it down to the office by the counselors. And what we're going to do is we're going to form one giant chain of everybody all across the school, so that way we can all see and we can all feel how we're going to work together to be champions in learning and then champions in life. I really appreciate your engagement. Thank you so much for your participation. And say it with me one last time. Champions in learning equals champions in life. Have a great day.